Kia ora koutou, we're back, and we're joined now by Te Ururoa Flavell, the Maori Party co-leader. Tēnā koe mātua.
Kia ora, nice to talk to you.
Yeah, it's awesome to have you on.
So the new policy, or is it new policy, or is it relaunched policy, the new Te Reo Maori in schools policy? Could you tell us a little bit about that?
Sure. Our statistics tell us that the number of speakers of Te Reo Māori has not moved in any way for the positive. In fact, it's actually gone backwards. The numbers have declined. And so it's our view that if we continue to do the same thing in the same way, then we'll get the same results, and which has meant that we've decided to change the whole view about the delivery of Māori. So that means we have restructured or presented a proposal, at least through a new Māori Language Act, which would allow the delivery or the mechanisms to regenerate the growth of Te Reo Māori to fall back into the hands of the iwi.
Yeah,
We'd say that they've got the vested interest to get it right, and therefore, why should they not have that opportunity to do that?
And is this bill supported by the national government?
It only came in at the end of the last parliament, so it's still relatively new. They made sort of government the National Party was supportive of it because we were in a relationship accord with National, which allowed us to get approval for it first reading. And Labour, I'm not too sure where they're at. They allowed it to go through, as pretty much most of the parties allowed it to go through the first reading, which basically allows the debate to happen about whether people believe we're on the right track or otherwise, and then we'll see what happens. So it's sort of still being worked out in a sense. Still some work to be done. But it has passed its first reading, or the first stage of 4 stages through to become law.
So what you're looking to do is make Te Reo Māori compulsory to be taught, but not for students to all learn it. Is that correct?
We want it to be compulsorily available, certainly at the primary level, and to be again available at the secondary level.
And early childhood as well, was it?
No, well, people have those options at the moment, and of course they can go to a number of options from childcare to kohanga reo through to early childhood centres and so on. So those options are already available for those who want to take it up there. And the main thing is, of course, that in terms of the nation, we believe that it's a good look for our nation to be able to firstly tidy up and bring an element of respect.
So will you be looking for like fluent teachers to be teaching, or just courses for already existing teachers?
Well, teachers always have courses in professional development, and would expect that if those who are not sort of up there would need to get a hand. We don't expect every teacher to be fluent, because that's just not.
But would you be having like
right now.
one per school, or just?
No, well, that's for the school to determine. But at the moment, you might have one who might be a resource teacher of Māori comes in and gives a hand. But the hope would be that actually all teachers become upskilled. In the last recent past, probably about a year or so ago, we introduced a thing called Tātai Ako, which is basically a platform for cultural competency of all teachers. So in the past, we've had it through research that some teachers in our education system are not culturally competent, and that's why they have a disconnect with the students that they teach, Māori and Pacifica in particular. The Tātai Ako sets the standard firstly for those who want to go into training college. As they go through the course and to retain their professional qualifications, they must demonstrate certain standards of cultural competency to remain within teaching.
So with your latest policy, it doesn't seem like it will be big changes for Te Reo Māori.
Well, hopefully it's a step up. It's about pushing the boundaries a little bit further, because some schools, while there's an element of goodwill in a sense to schools to make it available for students. The fact is that many schools, depending on the leadership, don't do that, and we're talking about it. It's got to be available for those students that wish to take it.
How would that be judged?
Available.
Would this be like Ero? How would it be judged? Is this going to be Education Review Office or?
That's right. Well, that's the agency that's charged with keeping a check on things. So, absolutely.
How would they know?
Well, they do regular visits to schools on cycles ranging from everything from 1 year cycles to 3 year cycles and even longer. So, depending on how the agency sees what's being delivered in schools across the board, anyway, they have every right to go back into the schools to check on those on the delivery of the language.
Yeah, cool. So. I think we have to go soon, but
sorry, my Mic's not on. So, with this new policy, do you think it's actually going to make a big difference to the Maori language in the long term? Are we going to see a big difference from this, or is this just kind of more a smaller policy that just needs something that just needs to happen? Because it's still
sort of
not
two parts.
compulsory.
No, there's sort of two parts to it. One is that this is an effort to take the country with us in terms of learning the language. That is to have, as I say, having the language compulsorily available means that every student in the country will come across Māori language.
Should we ever make it compulsory?
Well, I mean, there's a lot of groundwork to be done around that. The compulsorily available says that actually it's on the right way, and therefore it's on the schools to make sure that it is available.
Yeah.
Eventually, in that state, but we also got to bring teachers through to be able to deliver that.
Eventually, do you think we will be having every student learning Te Reo Māori?
Well, if we get an opportunity to implement the policy, that the theory will be absolutely. The difficult, well, I said the difficult. Sorry, that's not right. The issue is that having it available and having Māori language speakers are two different things. So I'm pretty clear in my background that there's no way that somebody will be a fluent speaker in the space of 1 or 2 or 3 years unless they are immersed in the language. That's pretty clear. What it is, however, is about taking the country forward in terms of an understanding of the culture and the language through the language, and that will add to, I suppose, our nationhood, our feeling of nationhood, just as much as everybody now accepts that they can sing the national anthem in Māori. At this point in time, it's a simple matter of pronunciation. Every week, every year, we have Māori Language Week, and that is about conscientising the country towards the Māori language.
We'll just let you go soon. Are you looking forward to the debate on Campbell Live this afternoon or evening?
Yeah, I am. It's supposed to be pretty informal, and we're just sitting around the table. Hopefully, it'll be pretty good.
Do you think you might get to sit next to Colin Craig, maybe?
I'm not too much fussed around that. You still got to have a meal. As long as they give a nice meal, I'll be happy.
Awesome. Thanks for coming.
That's great. Thanks for having us. Oh, thanks for speaking to us.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
No
that was the Maori Party co-leader, Mr.
Te Ururoa Flavell.
So we're going to have some music.